Alright, Music Review Wednesdays. So, this is one of my first reviews. Well, the first review on this channel. And today we're reviewing Gherbo's Humble Beast, Gherbo's debut album. I'm going to give you my thoughts on Gherbo, my thoughts on the project, and the tracks that I like, and then I'm going to give you guys a rating, and we're gonna talk a little bit about where it ranks overall when it comes to Gherbo's albums and mixtapes and other projects that he's delivered and released, and what he has coming up for you Gherbo fans out there that probably should keep an eye out. So my thoughts on Gherbo is he's definitely one of the best rappers out of Chicago. I think that doesn't even need to be debated. I think almost everybody agrees with that. The dude is talented. He has his own lane and he sticks in his lane, and he delivers a consistent amount of solid projects to his fans. Earlier this summer, earlier this year, he delivered Strictly for My Fans. Then he before that it was Phasoland, which was solid tapes. I didn't review those, but Strictly for My Fans had a couple tracks in there that I bumped for a couple days. It was a great track, a great album, a great project. I could say it was an album. This is his debut. All right, so let's talk about the album. The album, when I first put the album in and I listened to the album the first time, it didn't blow me away. It didn't blow me away, but that was because I was expecting so much, you know. And I'm not saying it disappointed. The album was great. I liked the album. I came back and listened to it all week for about a week and a half. I listened to it, and what I realized over time is that it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. You start finding these other songs that are gems. And I think the reason why when I first listened to this album, I felt like I heard it before was because I heard it before, right? Everything was one of the tracks that I really liked. Gherbo dropped that almost 3 weeks before the album came out. He dropped Red Snow almost 2 months before, or like a month. I'm not pretty sure, but I remember hearing Red Snow before. He dropped the 4 minutes to hell. It's 4 minutes, right? The 4 minute freestyle part four. He dropped that before the album came out, and I heard those. I overplayed those because I'm a huge Gherbo fan. So when those tracks come out, I overplayed them. So when the album came out and I was hearing the same tracks again, I was like, it didn't hit me as hard as it was. But then I started to remember how these tracks hit me when they first came out and how I felt about them. I was like, yo, these are solid. These are bangers. And even after I overplayed them, I've been playing them again, and it's still hitting and still hitting. I'm like, yo, this is a solid project, right? One track that I really wanted to be on the album that wasn't on the album and kind of confused me when it first came out, but I got some clarification on that and why it wasn't on the album later on, was Legend. The track that Gherbo dropped with Southside. That track goes super hard. And I couldn't understand why everything was on the album, but you left out Legend. And then I started, I was putting my own, I was like, maybe it didn't fit the story he was trying to tell. Maybe it didn't fit the scenes. But then he had a interview on Everyday Struggle where he talked about why. Well, he didn't talk about Legend at all. The question wasn't asked, but off of something that he said he has a project coming up with Southside. So I assume that's the reason why the song wasn't on the album, is because it's gonna be on that project that he has coming up. Some notable tracks on the album, the tracks that I really like. I like Streets. It's the intro track. It's sick. It's a strong intro. The intro seems a lot like a Meek Mill intro. I don't mean like the flow or anything like that. I mean like the way the aggression is and the way he's just spitting bars and giving you bars. That's how Meek comes on his intros. Meek comes on his intros and he spits flames. And that's what Gherbo did on his Streets intro. The second track, which is also called Black, loved it. I love the flow, everything about it, the beat choice, everything was dope on it. Everything, as I said before, was dope. The story of Malcolm was dope. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Tony's story or Rico's story. Dope. Red Snow was alright. That shit was bumping though. Mirror with Bibby. Any track with Bibby and Herbo's guaranteed flames. No Way Out was dope. The sample was dope. Along with Mirror's. Mirror's sample was really good. I really liked the sample on Mirror. And There were 15 total tracks on this album. I liked 8 of them, and I'm sure that I'm gonna go back and start liking some more of them, right? I also liked 4 Minutes. The 4 Minutes freestyle I liked. The ones before were really good. So, and those are, so, I believe the 3 was supposed to be the last one. I remember on that tape when he dropped the third 4 Minutes to Hell, he said that was gonna be the last one. So he dropped number 4 now. So obviously these are gonna keep going, and I have no problem with that because these are always solid. It's a good album, and Gherbo really did a good job on it, and that's why I gave it a 7 out of 10. Now, the reason why I gave it a 7 out of 10 is because even though it was so good and it was his debut album, I didn't think it was better than Ballin' Like Kobe, right? I don't think it was better than the Kobe mixtape that he dropped a couple years ago. That mixtape, when I first heard that mixtape, I think I was in grade 10. Grade 10 or grade 11. One of the two. I just thought it was that mixed. Oh my gosh. Everything from L's to Bricks and Mansions to the song that he had with that other dude. I can't remember it at the moment, but that, like, Ballin' Like I'm Kobe was dope, right? Like, when I first heard the mixtape album, because I don't keep up with the whole everything, I just follow the music. When I first heard it, I thought he was talking Kobe as in the basketball player. This is not a review for that album. Maybe we'll do one for the throwbacks or something like that. But the way he was able to tell you that story, and he was able to build it up, everything about that mixtape was dope. And I felt like this album, his debut album, was solid in production value, but it didn't hit me as hard as Ballin' Like Kobe did. But I liked it just as much. Ballin' Like Kobe is a 10 out of 10 when it comes to, and when I say 10 out of 10, I'm talking about the style that Gherbo raps in, and I'm comparing Gherbo to artists around Gherbo's caliber and Gherbo's style, like Bibby and stuff like that. I'm comparing. That's why I say Ballin' Like Kobe's a 10 out of 10 in this genre that Gherbo's in. That's a 10 out of 10. It was a solid mixtape. And this is a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It's up there. This is up there. It's just not as good, in my opinion, as Ballin' Like I'm Kobe. So that's my review right there. So if you guys have any opinions, and you disagree or agree with anything, let me know in the description. Leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be reviewing A Boogie's album, The Bigger Artist, next. So yeah, just let me know, and leave any suggestions in the box of albums I should review, and anything we could improve on going forward. Thanks for watching.
Hey, yo, Chinks. You know it's Murder One when we pull up on them niggas, huh? Ace.
Pull up in the truck, or the drop. RIP and we done killed the parking lot.